against the Wolves, the souls of the Wolves that Channel summons. At the same time, the knockup and defensive reduction is going to be something that you have to consider because that pick is open for both teams.
All right, Ken, before going into the BP, without looking at the heroes, without looking at the bans and the picks, who do you think has a better opportunity to win this next match?
I think it has to be Boom Esports at this point, right? Dominator Esports, I feel like they've been shaken up. Not only did they lose, right now it's a potential confidence issue because those heroes were kind of like specialty picks for the DMT boys and they could not make it work.
I agree with you. If I would need to just expect someone, I would expect right now Boom Esports just to keep doing exactly what they were doing. We talked about the Lapu Lapu, as you mentioned, and he's going to be banned out. The Lapu Lapu and the Loon are going to be the bans coming in from Boom Esports. On the other side, the same bans as we have been seeing is going to be the Pay and the Loon.
There we go. We were talking about it. The channel does appear. Once again, 100% appearance today as well. And this is going to be in the hands of Danny. And this is one of Danny's favorite heroes. Now, Dominator Esports, they will go for the 50-50 matchup, the Arlie Parasola. Now, this is a great combination with the idea as well.
Arlie and Idea was yesterday's one of the most common pair-ups that we saw in the matches from yesterday's games. We see it one more time in here. It's going to allow you to have a very good initiation. It's going to allow you to have a very strong pair over there in the farming.
Yeah, and Boom Esports, they already have the answers, right? This is Breeze Heart, the Xiao Xiao is one of the best answers against the Arlie, right? Instant burst damage. The moment you get all the skills on the side of Breeze Heart, Parasola is gone. Arlie will be taken down. Right now, Boom Esports, I think the next answer is a tank.
And on top of that, you add the mods, right? So imagine that. Imagine if the mods can actually just get the cannon blast into the Arlie, being able just to lock her in there, and then just immediately the Xiao Xiao burst damage, gone immediately. Guan Yu on the other side for Dominator Esports is going to be the hero they're gonna lock in for tops.
Interesting. I thought Boom would want to go for the Musashi themselves. I feel like the Sword Master is a great answer against the Arlie.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now the problem in here is that they'd rather just taking that out, forcing TNX into something else that he's not gonna be comfortable. They might have understood that this might be the option. That might be the opening point to try to break Dominator Esports apart. Just put TNX right now in something that he's not gonna be comfortable about.
Yeah, fully agree. I think, oh, here we go. This is why Boom Esports don't mind taking out the Musashi. Menki is going to be a huge problem. He's a mega tank. And now they're going double down on the health bars here. With the Night Plume, this is a big problem. Dominator Esports needs more damage.
Where's the damage going to come from? What other option do they have right over there in the jungle that could deal that damage? The Fade, yeah, the Fade is a very good chance. If you have the mechanics just nailed right now. Is TNX having that kind of day? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so as well. I mean, if you take a look at it, the idea of the Fade coming in, yes, if it's low on health, you get the instant execute, that's great. But you're now dealing against a, number one, Kao has a stun, Tatsuri has a stun, Draw has a stun, and Danny has a knockback. Everything goes against the idea of a Fade Guan Yu, as well as a Princess Frost.
It's just the understanding of the heroes. Besides the Fade, there were not many options in there that they could have taken. So I understand why they would go with the Fade. But that just tells you that Boom Esports just laid the whole BP in there just for Dominator Esports just to kind of just fall in there and then just being pulled into it by Boom Esports.
Okay, this task is not impossible for the side of Dominator Esports, but it would take close to a miracle to pull this game. And the miracle can start if they have a great, and I don't mean good, I mean great early game.
great early game is going to depend a lot on what Tubbs can do over there in the Clash lane. If Tubbs on that Guan Yu can just liberate himself, clean the wave, and then just make the rotations early on, then they might have a chance. They might have an opportunity. The problem in there is going to be the Umbrosa, right? The Umbrosa over there is going to be very difficult for Guan Yu to try to just get out of there quickly, because Umbrosa can clean wave actually pretty fast.
This first 3 levels, I think it's going to be very critical for the side of Boom Esports as well as DMT, right? Whoever gets that space right at the top and potential first blood in the Clash lane, I feel like that swings the advantage in great favor to whichever team that does that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into our game number 4. This is going to be our game number 4. It's going to be Boom Esports on the blue side, and it's going to be DMT on the red. Boom Esports, if they are able to just take this victory, they're going to get the first points that are going to get him over there at the top of their group. Dominator Esports, it's your call. What do you want to do?
Well, I like this decision making, so they actually make that lane swap here, but the support immediately comes in. This is going to be quite a bit of poke damage as well. Very good rotations by Boom Esports to try and stifle the growth of DMT here.
Slow them down a little bit, right? If you cannot actually beat them, if you cannot win against them, at least slow them down. That is just the main goal right now. Look at this, 3v3.
Gonna start Aldo, looking for the opportunity for Jill to get that Frigid Prison. Not gonna be presented well at this point. DMT unable to find an opening, and it's just poke after poke coming in from the side of Boom Esports. Sprightling gonna be used by the side of Draw just to give them some space. Once again, look, the poke damage is just insane.
And look, Boom Esports is able to just take control of the resources. That's going to be good news for them. Look at that, Carl already on level 4. Look at what the Fate can do. How can TNX answer back? Does he want to make the jump right over here?
I think he might want to, but after the usage of the ultimate, I don't think this is going to be something that is possible. DMT here just wants to make pressure and secure this Firehawk for themselves.
Taking it slow a little bit, trying to slow down a little bit the pace. They do not want to take it to being risky. Now the Monkey is going to be able to make the rotation to mid lane first, so he's going to have the priority over there for the gold.
I like this positioning by the side of Joe, right? If he doesn't walk there. If he does, okay, the stun comes in, they will get it, and the knockup, oh no, it's not enough!
One more time!
Goes to the side of Tatsuri as well, and Boom Esports, they start off on the right foot. DMT, that miracle has disappeared.
It's just the one only place that they should not have jumped into, and TNX and his Fate decide just to put both boots in. He goes 2 feet in, jumps in there, and then just burst out of humanity.
Break the pattern or your lesson will be repeated. And it looks like DMT unable to learn from that experience. And this is going to be a costly first blood because it's TNX who is taken down, meaning this guy has no buffs at this point. He is not going to be able to match up in levels and EXP against Carl.
I don't want to be a hater, man, because I really hate that, but I need to analyze things from a very cold-minded point of view. The problem here right now with Dominator is just individual. It's individual mistakes that are building up into the team not being able to work out together. That is the big problem today with Dominator.
I mean, the stress gets to you, for sure, right? You know how important this series is, right? There's so much riding on the line, not just as a team, but as a region as well. This is, you know, the faded IKL, PKL rematch everyone has been looking for, and this is the first lap of 2026. So you want to have a good showing, but right now, DMT, it's hard.
It's everything but a good one right now. It's going to be the Umbrosa that's going to have to proc the ulti in order to run a way out of that.
This is not ideal, and here comes the potential turnaround from the side of Boom Esports. Kao is already at level 8. He's 1 level ahead. The knockup comes in, lay it like a cake, and he's lucky. TNX does make it out, and CC does come in for a little bit of damage as well. But unfortunately, this is not where they want to be. Boom Esports have priority over this first time of the game. They should be able to get it unless TNX is around. They know not to. The trade does come in the form of nothing for the side of DMT.
Well, Boom Esports right now just playing their game, just taking advantage of those little rotations. They know that they have more damage at this moment of the game. So in the moment that they see a 2v2, a 3v3, they do not hesitate and just start throwing hands.
Yeah, it's a great idea, right? Because right now, if you take a look at the options that DMT have to explore, in terms of like making sure you have a win condition, one of the win conditions is let's shut Miggy down before he even gets online, right? Now that door is closed,
Yes.
Miggy is level 7, he's a level ahead of Tufts. And then the second one is, can we shut down Danny? Danny is so hard to catch, he's playing so safe, and that door is closed as well. And Carl, he's ahead in EXP and gold as well. Not a lot, but he's ahead.
You mentioned something very interesting about the way that Danny is playing, right? Like Danny's just playing one of those games where you're just waiting under the turret. You're just waiting for the wave to come in and then you're just gonna collect gold. Your job is not to try to put pressure on the marksman. Your job is just to try to stay alive and try to farm a little bit.
Oh, this one is not looking good. L is the first one to fall. CC should be able to survive this, but here comes the backup from TNX. They need a result so much at this point, but a stun comes in from the side of draw, and this is going to be the end of aggression coming out from DMT. And like you said, he's playing safe, and this is the rewards of playing patient. And Danny gets a T1 at the bottom for free.
Easy right over there for Danny. He saw the moment, he knew that it was the moment to push, comes in, backs in that turret, and right now he's going to be free, right? Like his responsibilities are going to shift a lot, but look at Guanyu one more time.
Oh, Danny gets taken out instantly. This is one of the answers they need from the side of DMT. They did have to commit quite a lot, and right now it is going to be a consolation prize. They're still trailing from the side of Boom here, close to about 1,000, but DMT, that's a great start.
In the moment that Danny just got his freedom out of that farm lane, he moves into the mid lane just for him to die. That was actually just his first step into the wilderness, and then he sadly just misstepped a little bit too much.
Yep. This is your box. You stay inside. That's the message that DMT has sent. And right now, they have successfully defended the T1 at the top. But the real issue here for DMT is I don't think they have the macro advantage at all.
No, they don't. They do not have the macro advantage in terms of composition. In this moment, they do not have momentum to try to do anything. Look at right now the decisions coming in from Boom Esports. Jumbrosa already making the push over there in the farm lane, trying to take on to that. She knows that he can run away.
Yep, and this will not be a guaranteed T2 because TNX is around here, but it's all about, hey, what else can we do on the other part of the map? There is going to be a setup, but here comes the ultimate here. Think inside the box, going to be used by Draw. He's going to have to drop and give his life. Miggy does not have the ultimate to expand, so he needs to play really carefully. DMT, they're showing signs, right? They know about the gaps here. Can they find more?
Well, that was a very good decision coming in from DMT. Just taking whatever that they can. If you can just back in, draw in that mod, please just take that and just take a little bit of that gold.
They have managed to get the slow onto Tatsui, unable to find the freeze from the side of Joe here. So they have to back off. DMT, I like this recovery, right? This is about resilience. You need to have grit. Things may not be going the way of DMT, but they can force a comeback if they make the correct decisions here.
Well, that's why they're professionals, right? Like the only thing that they need to do is just to keep believing. Look at that. The idea from L is going to be sucking in so much damage, but is able just to still run away.
Yeah, they're buying time, right? DMT, I think the whole owners and the whole model right now, the message is, can we delay the game? Can we slow down the pressure on the side of Boom?
Exactly.
Right now, there is no need to slow down. They want to go for the catch as well. Unable to find that opening from the side of Tufts. They will, in fact, have to trade the Tyrant for that attempt. And DMT, all of a sudden, things are going wrong.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to jump in, but they didn't know that Umbrosa on the other side was just opening the doors to that Tyrant, and that mid lane turret is going to fall as well. Right now, even though DMT is trying to make the movements, Boom Esports on the other hand, just making the gains.
Yeah, look, every decision, every movement calculated by the boys of Boom here. And the rewards have been getting more and more. Mind you, they have now taken 2 turrets for the price of absolutely nothing. No lives lost.
Right now you can see Tubbs already starting to flank You can see him already trying to come in from different sides, even though he's got the flank right now. But look at that. Do they have the damage?
I don't think they have. They have managed to spot Danny out, but he is not going to be caught out at all. Everyone surrounds him. There is a flank from 10X, but he knows he can't take a 1v2 at this point, especially when Carl is level 13. Tanky as heck. And DMT now, they have to lick their wounds and move back.
They have the right movements, right? Like they have the right movement. Like the idea is correct. Tops comes in from the flank, and then after that is going to be 10X trying to come in after to deal some damage. But the timings of it are a little bit off. They could not hold themselves for too long time over there in the red buff area.
They need to set things up for Jill, right? Jill is definitely one of the big win conditions here. If he gets the Frigid Prison, that's going to be huge. But right now, no setup available.
The Frigid Prison has not been extremely accurate at the moment, since there is no other initiation more than just what the idea can do with the pushback.
It's a great start for the side of DMT. They do get that Tef here. They just have to survive the fight, but it's not looking good. Nice stun from the side of Draw as well. Two members, though, have been taken down by the side of Boom Esports. Tatsuri and Migi are falling, and at this point, DMT, this is the time they're waiting for. The feats coming at a double kill for CC. This is DMT recovering.
I love that. Look at that. DMT showing us that this game is not done until they say it's done. It is amazing just to see DMT in this one fight coming in and taking a 3-0 trade. It is lovely moments for DMT, as you can see that they start bagging an almost 4,000 goal advantage.
It's a pretty big guarantee. We will take a look at the replay of that later on. My biggest question was, how did Migi fall so fast, right? Because when Migi was out of the fight, Carl was left to tank alone, and even though he's at level 14, he is under level.
Look at that. Migi has his ulti available. That's the issue that I see right over here, right? Like the problem is that as he jumps in, he just takes in so much burst damage coming in immediately. That is the problem.
Okay. It was also L, right? L's ultimate, that was so big of a game changer for the side of DMT because they were able to sustain the damage, but also deal damage with the ultimate from the idea. Now, this is going to be a great start of a comeback for the side of DMT. And you know what? If we've ever seen HOK, we know comebacks are definitely the best possible side for DMT.
We have seen it happen in the past, and we can see it happening one more time in here. 6,000 gold advantage right now for DMT. This is the moment for them to really step on the gas, because this could be their last opportunity to keep their hopes alive in order to take the 3 points today.
And now they have a decent approach. They have swung the gold in their favor massively. This is a 6,000 gold lead. The next thing they need to do is, if Jill gets that Frigid Prison, it's over.
It's going to depend a lot on Gerald. The bangers are going to come in, and there's going to be pressure onto the high ground. Look at that one more time. It's going to be the turret at the bottom lane is going to fall, and the bangers are going to do their goal.
Yep, you only have one chance, and DMT has made the most out of it. This is a deep cut into the base of Boom Esports here. 10X wants to go in with the threat. They want to preserve this Shadow Overlord for as long as possible, because that opens up the door to the T3 in the mid.
One more wave of bangers is going to come in. Pressure in the mid lane is already down to 50%. It's going to be vanished. And right now, only one last high ground turret is standing over there in the clash lane.
Yep, and now CC does have the damage as well. He's level 15. He's melting Carl at this point. The freeze does not make it out at this point. But here comes a save from DMT. Winter is here just to put more pressure, push them back. And DMT have done the damage. Oh, they really want to go in. CC moves and weaves in between the members on the side of Boom Esports as they continue the pressure.
One more time, it's going to be a bare base right over here. Right now, it's everything looking good for DMT. We were not expecting this to happen, as Boom Esports had an advantage at the beginning, but DMT turning things around. Right now, they have super minions coming in from all different directions, and they have a free tyrant that they can go for grabs.
Okay, and this is where the draft will start to really realize its strengths here. 10X now, in the safety of the team, gets his Hardened Jade seal to secure that Shadow Turret for the team. Now, there is still 5.5 minutes before the Tempest is available. So Boom Esports, I don't know how they're gonna hold, but hold they must.
Look at the items right now. The Arlie completely stacked, fully stacked, completely online. Look at the Fade, completely online as well. There is no way that Boom Esports can take no damage coming in from either of these two heroes at the moment. The item gap is just too big right now, kid.
Yeah, Danny is too far behind. He's only close to 10,000 gold. One beautiful setup from the side of DMT will make it what Winter is here. Gonna be set down. TNX on the backlines as well. Can they get the first life of TNX? He will take a fall. The setup comes in though. TNX has been taken out, and it's not enough damage on the side of DMT. They're falling, but the crystal is going to be protected at this point of time. DMT, they try. CC will have to give his life, and the defense is made. Boom Esports survive.
DMT just rushed through this one, jumps in a little bit too early, and he's just vanished. The way that CC was taken out, the way that Tubbs and TNX at the same time disappear from the battle, too early, way too early.
Yeah, I think that was really just a little bit of impatience coming up from DMT, but here comes the freeze! They get it! And they will be able to take Tatsuri out. He is gone for 40 seconds. This means when CC comes back, he's not going to be at real threat anymore. They can have a 4v5 as well. DMT, the next objective here is going to be the Shadow Overlord. And if 10X gets it, this could be the calling for Boom Esports to take the fall.
You called it, Kin. You said that it was going to come down to that frigid prison, and that takes Tatsuri out of the mix, given the priority for Dominator Esports to take on that Overlord.
Yep, and what a time to do it, right? 16.5 minutes. This is going to buy them about, what, 2 minutes of game time for the side of DMT. Now, 2 minutes is a long time. Boom has to hold for 2 minutes. I don't know if they can do it.
No, I don't think that they can do it. And I think that DMT, knowing them, they're gonna go for the push right over here with the super minions and the vanguards.
Yeah, but KNX doesn't have the Sage's Sanctuary. This is gonna be a very cautious fight. The knockup does come out. Joe has to use his Splendor, uses the flashes as well. Tubbs unable to find an opening. Everyone is grouped up together on the side of Boom Esports. Frigid Prison not gonna land. So DMT, they have to buy their time. The actual important wave is approaching. The Shadow Overlord, as well as the Vanguards, will start to fly down.
The bangers are going to come into the crystal. Right now, it's DMT just waiting for the right moment for the jump. That idea comes in, and can take it from here.
Yep, it's going to be Tubbs. He jumps in, gets taken down as well. Numbers disadvantage once again for the side of DMT. Nobody falls on the side of Boom, and somehow they're holding. DMT keep knocking on the door, but Boom says, no, you're not allowed.
They keep just trying, and the crystal is still standing for Boom Esports. DMT, sadly for them, they still are unable to finish the game. We have seen this in the past. We're coming to 18 minutes. If this goes to a Tempest Dragon fight, it might not be good for them.
Oh, they fully commit. CC will jump in on the Ambrosia. Migi will be taken down. CC does have the Sage's Sanctuary as well. Winter is here. He's going to stop the growth on the side of Boom Esports. On the backlines, 10X, he finds his target, but the lockdown and the CC is going to be enough. 10X does have double lives here. CC as well as L. They start working onto Kao. The jungler might have to give his first life. Kao's first life is down. Where is the follow-up? 10X on the backline gets Tatsuri as well. All they have to do is the finish off draw. That is going to be 2 members left. Danny as well as Kao. Kao will be taken down. No Destiny saves his life for the time being, but the minions are here. Mega minions, by the way. DMT, the comeback could be complete. They just need to hit the crystal. DMT, they find it as well, and they will finish the job. Game number 4 goes to IKL.
Dominator Esports is going to level these 2-2, sending us to our first Game 5 of this KIS4. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing performance by them. It took them a little bit long, but at the end of the day, the victory, the fact that they're able to take the dub is what matters.
And now this whole momentum swings right into the favor of Dominator Esports for sure. Boom Esports, that was a great draft. The idea behind it, like you're not supposed to be able to take down Kao, but somehow Boom Esports went one by one in the team fights. Miggy got taken out, instantly became a 4v5.
I do believe that it was a really good composition from Boom Esports. In terms of the draft, like I can see that Boom Esports was doing a lot better, but it just came down like, I think that this is a trend that we're having in this KIS4, man. In the moment that you lose a very big fight in the middle of the game, the gaps just become so big so quickly. That's what happened exactly to Boom Esports today.
This game, I feel like it was gifted to DMT here, right? Simply because I feel like Tufts did not have a good time at all. He couldn't find the initiations. So it then came down to the mid laners, right? Jill as well as Tatsumi.
Yeah.
Can you get the knockups? Can you get the freezes? And once you miss your setups and you have your life taken away, there is no turnaround in the team fights.
Yes, exactly. I completely agree with you, man. Like I do believe that in this moment, it was more of Boom Esports just handing the game there for DMT than what DMT actually did in terms of what they could actually do. Arlie, on that side, I would dare to say that the Arlie was the best player over here from DMT. I love the way that the Parasola was playing around, just dealing damage. When you analyze the numbers and when you see the digits in there, 7, 1, and 4 coming in from CC, that KDA alone tells you that he was carrying his team.
Yes, and using up 15,000 worth of gold to make sure that the team finds success. This was a great performance by CC. Now, we know him as a very consistent player, and consistency and stability has been the forefront of his performance in this game number 4.
Let's see right now, when you look at the other side, that monkey coming in from Carl, it had a very good start, but then it kind of just dropped dramatically in the mid game. Right in the mid game, it just kind of just dropped to just become like completely not part of the whole strat.
I feel like Carl was missing at some points of the game, right? I didn't see too many dream roams coming in. The setup was kind of different from the side of Boom Esports. They were really relying on Tatsui and Miggy to get the setups, and then Carl was going to come in and finish the job, right? As well as Danny. On the flip side though, DMT, it's kind of curious to me because it felt like this was the old DMT. TNX was the one diving, and we have seen the results of TNX over diving.
I would not dare. I would take it one step higher, and I'm gonna say today's TNX is a very 2025 TNX. It is a very over jumping, over diving, not minding if he dies or not. Something that he did not show yesterday. Yesterday he was so calm and very settled, but today in this exact 4 games that we have seen, he's been very, very into his old habits, and that's not
very
good for Dominator Esports.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because of TNX's crazy dives, that also open up the room for CC to really just go ham at the front lines on the side of Boom Esports as well. And I think, luckily for them, this netted them the win. But right now, this is going to put us in a position where final game matters, IKL, PKL, DMT against Boom. The next one, winner takes all.
Winner takes all is going to be the points, right? Like if Dominator takes the victory in this next game, in this next match, it's going to be crazy because it's going to put them with 2 victories, and that might give them a very big advantage to the first place. And we know how this KIS4 works. If you end up first place in your group stage, you get to pick who you want to play in the best of 7s in the knockout stage.
And that's a very huge advantage, right? Because when you pick a team, you are going to be able to research them and really just get yourself in the best possible position to last longer in this competition. And here we go, CC, as we already mentioned, this guy's Arlie was on a tear. 7, 1, and 4. What a KDA to have, and dealing over 200,000 worth of damage in this game alone.
Arlie the Parasola, such an amazing hero and such an amazing player. CC just showing to us that he's been through things, he's seen things, he's played against gigantic players, and taking all of his experience coming in here and then just demonstrating to us that there are levels to this.
Yeah. That was the moment it kind of changed the game, right? The moment Danny got caught, he essentially disappeared from the game after that moment. It felt like DMT suddenly got a bout of confidence, and with the kill deaths on the neutral objectives, the setup by the team on the side of DMT to kick Mickey out of the fights multiple times, that was really a big moment for them.
This fight right over here was just the turning point for everything, right? A 4-0 trading in here, and then just DMT had full control of the game after that. In this one, the problem is that Tubbs and TNX die so quickly. They want to finish the game really fast, right? And the problem is that the minion wave does not enter into the crystal quick enough, and then they just start taking focus damage on them.
Yeah, I would even go as far as to say I felt at that particular moment TNX and Tubbs kind of baited the whole team to group up together, and that's where they found maximum value for Draw's ultimate as well as Carl. Right? But then, of course, you can only defend for so long. So DMT take this game number 4. They bring us to our first ever game number 5 of a best of 5.